This news program is proudly brought to you by Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits and Now Biscuits.
ICCC announced March fuel price. Launching of PNG climate project. And national census underway. A very good evening. This is National EMTV News. I'm Grace Papiali. Thank you for joining us. The consumer watchdog, the Independent Consumer and Competition Commission, have announced that for this month of March, the indicative retail price for the petroleum products will increase on average throughout the country.
According to the watchdog, the retail price increase are mainly attributed to the average increase in the international crude oil prices in February 2024. The average crude oil price increases were caused by disruption to shipping routes, signaling an increased demand amidst a reduction in crude oil supply. ICCC further states that the domestic retail fuel prices for this month are inclusive of the import parity prices or the imported cost for its petroleum products, domestic sea and road freight rates for the first quarter of 2024, the annual wholesale and retail margins for 2024, and the goods and services tax, including the applicable excise duties, among other parameters. For Port Moresby retail price as of 8th of March, price of petrol stands at 4.67 toya, price of diesel stands at 4.50 toya, and for kerosene at 4.7 toya. Retail prices in all other designated centers will change according to their quarterly approved domestic freight rates for the first quarter of 2024 and their respective annual retail margins for this year. For all other centers, the maximum retail price for each regulated petroleum product will all increase on average, consistent with the increase observed for Port Moresby. As part of the ICCC's enforcement and compliance of fuel prices, investigation officers will conduct inspections to all fuel stations to ensure prices of declared petroleum products comply with the allowable maximum prices. Sharon Engnui, National EMTV News.
Minister for Administrative Services Richard Masere has reassured the Prime Minister James Marape that the preparations, including the recruitment of personnel to conduct the 2024 national census, are well underway. With the allocation of another 100 million kina this year, the government aims to complete a top-quality resourceful data that equips them to plan well in developing the country.
Prime Minister James Marape wants the slogan "Be Counted" to be used to encourage PNG's population to participate in the upcoming national census. This announcement comes as the National Statistics Office, or NSO, ramps up preparations for the census, which is scheduled to take place in June of this year. With the country approaching its 50th independence anniversary next year, the Prime Minister has expressed his desire for the census to be completed in a timely manner, making a significant milestone in the nation's history. Prime Minister Marape said 50 million kina was allocated last year, whereas this year the government has allocated 100 million kina. He said to allocate more to ensure they complete a top-quality resourceful data that equips them to plan well to develop the country. Minister Masere said this census is of critical importance as Papua New Guinea has not conducted a comprehensive census for over 23 years, with the last attempt in 2011 being incomplete. The census budget stands at approximately 200 million kina, part of which will finance the purchase of 22 tablets to aid in data collection. The Prime Minister has suggested the recruitment of university graduates and grade 12 school leavers who are currently unemployed in the villages, as well as the involvement of public servants in the census efforts as a service to the nation, especially those who are receiving salaries without being actively engaged in work. Originally planned for 2019, the census has been postponed twice due to COVID-19 pandemic. Estagane, National EMTV News.
A new 20 million Australian dollar PNG Climate Finance Initiative for Resilience and a Sustainable Transition project was officially launched in Port Moresby today. This project is set to mobilize and secure significant international and domestic climate financing and investments that will fund transformative projects on climate adaptation and mitigation for Papua New Guinea.
The Climate First investment was first announced by Prime Minister James Marape and Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese during the Australia-Papua New Guinea Annual Leaders Dialogue in Canberra on 8 February 2024. In delivering the keynote address, Governor for NCD Powers Parkop said this initiative is part of their commitment to work together with Australia to tackle the impacts of climate change under the PNG Australia Climate Change Action Plan.
1% landmass of the entire global landmass, but we host 7% of the global biodiversity, 1/3 of the global rainforest. That gives us a very significant role in global effort to climate change and to maintenance of biodiversity. That is equally important to the globe, to the people of the world. So we cannot be complacent.
The project will be implemented over the next 4 years through a PNG-led collaboration. The Australian High Commissioner said Climate First would be an opportunity to unlock funding for new climate-resilient projects to benefit men, women and children from diverse communities across PNG.
The true measure of success is funding and implementing a pipeline of high-quality projects which will set Papua New Guinea on track for a climate-resilient future.
The Acting Manager Director of Climate Change and Development Authority, Deborah Sungi, said this is her first engagement, but she was part of the team, ensuring that this project is up through discussion with Australian government under the Climate Action Plan.
And that's something that we identify is this gap, and for us in CCDA management, we wanted to try and address those challenges and those gaps by ensuring that we put in the structures that are relevant to ensure that these finances are flowed down. And our priority as CCDA, and in terms of my capacity now as the acting managing director, I would like to really push to ensure that this mobilization mechanism is in place, and for us it's priority to ensure that it's being displayed very well around the country and the funds are being dispersed right down to our local people, and that's our priority.
The 20 million Australian dollar that Australia is investing in Climate First will cover cost of implementing the project. A key outcome under this project is to have hundreds of millions of dollars mobilized as climate finance and investments to fund green and climate change projects, jobs and businesses around the country. Estagane, National EMTV News.
Livestock Development Corporation is now planning to increase the number of cattle in the Launa Kalana estate from 500 to 1,000 cattle. This was announced by the Livestock Development Corporation Managing Director Terry Coyne at the estate during his recent visit.
Coyne revealed that the estate in Central Province has been progressing at a good pace since it was revived in 2019. He said following 3 shipments from Lae, currently there are more than 500 cattle that have been dispatched to Launa Kalana since 2022. Koim stated this initiative is implemented under the government's medium-term development plan 3, which the National Cattle Breeding Program comes under.
Here at Launa Kalana, what we're going to do is we will increase the numbers up to more than 1,000, so that we will distribute the progenies that will be born on this estate to existing livestock farmers throughout the central province, and we will distribute some of them to other parts of the southern region.
Officer in charge of Launa Kalana Estate, Jackson Tassi, emphasized that the estate needs more paddocks to cater the growing number of cattle.
So currently we have a total of 480, but I think we have gone beyond 500 already due to natural increase, which is birth of our droppings of new calves.
Tassi further stated many local pastures were exhausted and the estate is against time to feed the number of cattle. He said there are currently 5 paddocks, which is not enough to cater the growing population of cattle. Hence, the estate is working to create a 6th paddock to address this issue. Meanwhile, the Livestock Development Corporation is now extending its invitation to interested Rigo farmers to partner with the government to boost the livestock industry. Gladys Killa, National EMTV News.
The Livestock Development Corporation Managing Director Terry Koim announced that the Rigo Rice Farm in Central Province is looking forward to partner with LDC to implement livestock activities and programs within the farm's premises.
Rigo Rice is doing a very good job, and I want to partner with LDC in rolling out various livestock programs on the property. So I was speaking to him, and he spoke about his concerns about some of the programs that he's doing for livestock. He wants to breed cattle, he wants to breed pigs, and distribute the piglets to the farmers and the calves from cattle to the farmers too. So he's a very successful businessman. He's now venturing into agriculture, agribusiness. So because LDC is sort of very close to, within close proximity of Rigo Rice, we are looking forward to a partnership that is going to help his business and also help the country's steps towards promoting import replacement through downstream processing.
National EMTV News continues after the break. Stay with us. You're watching National EMTV News. The National Fisheries Authority, or NFA, has allocated 2 million kina for the construction of footbridges in the Raikos district of Madang province. These footbridges aim to provide safer river crossings for locals, particularly during periods of flooding.
Expressing gratitude for the support, Raikos MP and Labour Minister Kesi Sawang emphasized the importance of this infrastructure project for the district.
I am so grateful that National Fisheries Authority is partnering the Raikos DDA in delivering food bridges that will serve about 20,000 people. These food bridges that this payment will go towards. So thank you so much. Like they say in development, leave no one behind.
She highlighted the vital service these food bridges will offer to the community and thanked the support provided by the National Fisheries Authority.
Due to access to infrastructure, and that is Raikos and Midiramo. And it's also because due to the geographical challenges that we have. So like in Raikos, I have a lot of rivers. And one of the challenges faced by the people is accessing services and markets across rivers. So I have actually made some proposal to NFA, and I got about 6 foot bridges, 8, and it would cost about 2 million kina.
James Guken, National EMTV News.
The Papua New Guinea Tourism Promotion Authority has urged the government's intervention to reduce the surge in violent crimes in the country. This concern was raised after PNG TPA research team discovered that the international media has labeled PNG as an extremely high security risk destination for tourists.
In a media statement, the CEO of the Papua New Guinea Tourism Promotion Authority, Eric Uvovo, indicated that the PNG TPA strongly condemns the recent attack on tourists at Rugby in Central Province, including the brutal killings in the Upper Highlands region and the kidnapping of a helicopter crew in the Hela Province. Mr. Uvovo said these shocking acts not only devastate communities and local service providers, but also have significant impacts on the tourism sector in Papua New Guinea. He added, stating that PNG has faced a torrent of negative publicity, not only from these incidents, but also from the Black Wednesday civil unrest that caused an inferno of international media coverage, casting a shadow over the entire country and painting an inaccurate picture of the Papua New Guinea as an unsafe destination for travelers. PNG TPA encourages the government to bring back normalcy to encourage consumer confidence in PNG as a tourist destination. CEO Uvovo also appealed to the media and other stakeholders to share positive information about PNG. Louis Maingu, National EMTV News.
For over 4 decades, John Rugby has been an integral part of Malala Secondary School's story. Starting as a cowboy in 1979, he persevered to provide for his family of 5, sending all his children to school.
Over the years, he transitioned from cowboy to tractor driver and plumber, learning invaluable skills from his elder brother.
1979. Okay, you go send cowboy. Okay, cowboy 2 players. Okay, me finish lo cowboy. Me come back lo power boy. Me go power boy. And 3 players. 3 players me go to cowboy. Power boy. Okay, now listen power boy na me plumber.
Now celebrating his 45th year at the school, Rugby's journey exemplifies resilience, hard work and commitment to education that has left a lasting impact on the community.
Me married. Na we got 5 na pikin man, na 2 na pikin Mary. First pikin man doon and finishing school lawyer, grade 12, and go to college, Lumitel, teacher. Okay, Ed and boy and lawyer, junior Ules. Na 5th and Jeremiah Ules and Cristo Bonabon. Na 5th and
James Guken, National EMTV News.
When it rains, it pours, and when it pours, it floods. This remains the concern for the Bomana Correctional Institution in Port Moresby, located near the Laloke River that flows on to Goldie. After experiencing rain from last night to the early hours of this morning, the road to the main compound facility and even to the courthouse at Bomana were flooded, causing inconvenience for officers going to work, especially on foot. Correctional officers on duty reported assured that the prison vicinity of the compound is unaffected by the flood. And now looking at the Nest Fund market report, the Kina closed unchanged at $0.2657 in the interbank market. At Bank South Pacific, Kina was buying $0.2582 US, 0.3870 Australian dollars, 0.2284 euro, 37.63 Japanese yen. Looking at commodity prices at New York close, gold is trading higher, coffee closed unchanged, cocoa closed unchanged, copra closed lower, palm oil closed higher, crude oil is trading higher, copper closed lower. And on the stock market, the Dow Jones closed lower, the ASX 200 is trading lower, the All Ordinaries is trading lower. National EMTV News continues after the break. Stay with us. National EMTV News continues after the break with Trukai Sport. Stay with us.
Trukai Sports.
Welcome to Trukai Sports. Guaibo Mairi has been renominated as director of the PNG Rugby League Southern Region Confederate.
In an interview today, PNG Rugby League Southern Region Confederate Director Guaibo Mairi said that this year will be his 5th elections.
Firstly, I'd like to thank Port Moresby Rugby League, Kikori Rugby League and Delta Fly and Rio Rugby League, of course, where I originated from. I want to thank them for having trust and confidence in me. This would be my fifth elections now. So really, I didn't really, intend to renominate, but I have been asked to renominate.
Mairi also shared his plans and activities this year.
Currently, we've got a new GDO in office now. The previous GDO, Indy, has been moved to community rugby league, and we've got Gimapau Kemelo, who is now the game development officer. So very experienced people in India and Gima, so we can have them manage the affairs of the Confederate at the Confederate level, and hopefully we can outsource responsibilities. The New Ireland model clearly outlines those provincial leagues and
Jonathan Sibona, Trukai Sports.
The Papua New Guinea Rugby Football League conducted a referee and coach ready update for new interested teachers and volunteers from the associate leagues in the nation's capital and central province. The sessions were held at the Santos National Football Stadium on the 8th and the 10th of this month. A total of 15 referees attended the Friday's referee ready session, facilitated by Manager Competition, Governance and Match Officials Tony Archer, whilst 24 coaches participated in the Sunday's Coach Ready session, facilitated by Community Rugby League Game Development Manager Nigel Hukula. These sessions are part of PNG RFL CRL division to prepare referees, coaches and its associate leagues that have registered for the 2024 School League competition that has kicked off this month right across the country. The Port Moresby Soccer Association has completed round 4 of its Hara Cup preseason and will go into round 5 next weekend.
Some of the highlights from games during the weekend saw Rigo Eagles beat Finance FC 1-0 in the men's Pool C. Solomon United beat Defence FC 4-1. Munkas 1 took out Hagara FC 3-1. In the men's Pool B, saw Po Masters defeated Kennedy FC 3-1. Cloudy Bay beat Kuti Andra 2-1. Blue Kumuls defeated Bismarck Kanai 3-2. And Munkas 2 beat Samika 2-1. In Pool A, saw FC Genesis beat Boda FC in a thrilling match 3-2. Bismarck Torosel beat Manena FC 3-0. And in the women's division, Finance FC defeated FC Genesis 2-0 and Bismarck FC 2-1, and University SC took out Murad 2-1. Port Moresby Soccer Association's competition manager Joseph Ame said that the Haraka preseason has 2 more weeks to go before kick-starting the 2024 proper season. Jonathan Sibona, Trukai Sports.
Marlins Yellow are the 2024 Lay Softball Mix Slow Pitch champions, proving too strong for IS&T Manolos at the Eriku Oval in Lay yesterday. Marlins wasted no time getting on the board in the best of the 3 innings grand finale, despite a hard-fought resistance to hold their hopes high. Staying in the game, the Manolos fever dropped under the waves as the Marlins soared home with a series of homers towards the end of the battle. And that was indeed the boosting throw at the dice for the Paul Kelu-led Marlins side, restricting Manolos with a 8-4 lead at the end of the second last inning. Manolos were restricted to only 2 points in the match-ending inning, falling short of matching up to the added 7 points by Marlins to settle with Marlins winning 15-6 points against Manolos. In earlier matches, Tigers SC defeating Puma D Tennis 13-12 points, Marlins Black 10-9, Bismarck SC and the Jets 9-8, Nuts Up Red. Trukai Sports continues after the break. Stay with us.
Trukai Sports.
That ends Trukai Sports. The Money Plus weather report is next. Stay with us.
Trukai Sports. Trukai Sports.
This weather update is proudly brought to you by MoneyPlus, with you always.
The weather forecast for the next 24 hours in the southern region: Port Moresby City, partly cloudy with few showers and possible thunderstorms. Daru, partly cloudy with few showers possible. Karama, Alatau and Popondetta, some showers and possible thunderstorms. In the Momase region, Lay City, partly cloudy with few showers possible. Madang, brief showers. Wewak, partly cloudy with few showers. Vanimo, cloudy with some showers. In the New Guinea Islands region, Lorengau, some showers and possible thunderstorms. Kavieng, partly cloudy with few showers possible. Kokopo and Rabaul, partly cloudy with few showers possible. Timber, partly cloudy and windy. Buka, few showers. And in the Highlands region, Mount Hagen City, some showers and possible thunderstorms, then morning fog. Goroka, Bans and Kundiawa, some showers and possible thunderstorms, then morning fog. Mendi, Tari and Wabeg, some showers and possible thunderstorms, then morning fog.
The weather update was proudly brought to you by MoneyPlus, with you always.
And that wraps up the news, sports and weather for Monday, the 11th of March, 2024. From all of us here, pleasant viewing. Good night.
This news program was proudly brought to you by Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits and Gold Nuggets.